In a randomized trial, participants are randomly assigned to the intervention or control group. At the end of the study, and sometimes at other points during the study, the planned outcomes are measured, and a mean and standard deviation for all the values in the intervention group and a mean and standard deviation of all the values in the control group can be calculated. You can subtract the mean in the control group from the mean of the intervention group to calculate a mean difference. Some studies may also measure the outcome at baseline, the beginning of the study, prior to anybody receiving the intervention or control. Now it is possible to calculate a change from baseline score for each participant by subtracting the baseline score away from the endpoint score. At the end of study, these change measures can also be used to calculate a mean and standard deviation for each group. You can then calculate the difference between the mean change scores by subtracting the control group away from the intervention. This is also called a mean difference, MD. In a randomized trial, MDs calculated from change measures or endpoint measures are considered equivalent. In order to calculate a value for the change, each participant must be measured twice. This can have an impact on the result observed. Measuring twice could cause increased measurement error, as the outcome is being measured twice, and this is particularly true for unstable outcome measures that naturally fluctuate over time. This will lead to less precise effect measures. On the other hand, because this measure looks only at the change that occurs during the study and not the individual's baseline level, this could reduce the impact of individual variation in the study and increase the precision of the effect estimates. So, using change scores may increase or decrease precision. In your review, you are likely to find some studies that measure endpoint scores and some that measure change scores, and you may not always have the option to choose. It is possible to combine studies that use change scores with studies that use endpoint scores. However, it is important in this situation that all the studies measure the outcome on the same scale. Change and post-intervention data should not be combined in an SMD meta-analysis.